Welcome to The Love Affair, a relationship podcast. Listen in as we discuss all things love and relationships starting now. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm your host, Robin, also known as Robin the Renaissance.
And I'm her husband and co-host, Jim, also known as Jimmy K. And this is episode 7. We're back with episode 7, and this is called Leaving the Friend Zone.
Yeah, because last time we were here, we were talking about when I declared my love for you. No.
It wasn't love.
My like for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And we hinted that we didn't even make it. We didn't even make it a full month or two. Into that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it today. But before we do, we were here. Some things came up and it kind of, pushed our recording schedule back a little bit because, we're humans. And yes, we're humans and life is life. And, we just allowed life to happen and, we're just going to keep going. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
you
might as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It made me think about adding a new segment to our podcast called What's Good, What's Great, What's Going On. And it just gives us an opportunity to let you guys in on what we're up to in between episodes. So let's kick it off. Okay, Mr. Carney.
I'm starting. Let's do it.
Yeah, I want you to start. Was that a question or a declaration?
It was both. But you got the deer in the headlights look, and I was like, I thought I threw you off. But anyway, let's.
No, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's good? What's great? What's been going on with you?
For me, what's good and great is the same thing. I'm on vacation. I work so hard. I put in all that time at work, and now I get a week off. So I'm looking forward to try to rest up. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you, of course.
Yay.
But also looking forward to the movie Wakanda Forever.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Black Power. Oh,
wait.
I shouldn't do that. But anyway.
They don't even do Black Power.
I know,
it's
but
the X on your chest.
This, but it's...
Oh, wait. It's not an X on your chest today.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's still... It's Black Pride for me.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, but I'm looking forward to that. Just some time away from work and just chilling, eating good, sleeping good, doing other stuff good.
Loving good.
Well,
Playing good.
Yeah, that's a clean way of saying loving good. But
Clean?
yeah. Loving good. Yes.
So you're thinking about
loving good. You get it? Okay. We're on the same page. The clean.
Okay,
But anyway, yeah.
Okay,
So
babe.
that's the good and great is the same thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm taking some time off.
I'm glad because I try to get you to schedule more time off.
Yeah, that don't go very well, does it? But you ain't gonna put me on blast like that because I know I be trying to get you to slow down sometimes and you be, blowing me off. You don't like it? I don't know. I just be looking out for you and you be doing your own thing.
It's true.
Strong black woman. Just gonna do your own thing.
Well.
No, that's not that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No apology needed.
Yeah.
Listen, it's okay. It's okay.
You got the floor. You at the front of the class.
I do sometimes push back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes. But yeah.
It's probably...
The thing is, the real truth of the matter is I feel like I know best.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of times you do, but most of the time, I ain't gonna... No. I know.
And then you think you know best.
Yeah.
And so where do we end up? You end up working as hard as you want, and I end up
then you
doing
end up, almost a burnout sometimes, and then I'm sitting there fussing at you while you're at the,
It's
in the
true.
bed or whatever. So
It's true.
yeah.
I made the poor decision of wearing these lashes today. And here's
You
why.
look beautiful, but you
Oh,
don't
thank
never
you.
need to wear. Okay.
Say it. Finish that sentence.
You don't have to wear that lashes and all that makeup and all that, but you
Thank
look
you.
great.
Thank you. I appreciate those compliments. And but I forget that these are the ones, they're so, I think they're made with mink or something, but they're so kind of fluffy that they actually irritate my eyes. So if you're watching and you see me dabbing my tear ducts, that's why. And I'll try to remember this, not to wear these. Because They're disruptive.
Yeah. It's disrupting the flow right now. So what's good? What's great? What's going on with you?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't answer what was going on with me.
Yeah, well, you said, okay.
Yes, vacation.
Go ahead.
Well,
Finish. I'm going to sip my chai.
I was going to say what's going on with me. As you know, everybody else don't know, but as you know, one of my favorite shows is Manifest.
Oh, yes.
So Manifest came back on Netflix.
Okay.
November 4th.
I made a face.
Yeah, because you don't like it. And
Oh,
I mean, it's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste. So I was so looking forward to that show coming back, and I left feeling disappointed. Only because I thought this was going to be the last season, so I'm looking forward to wrap up. But they kind of pulled a fast one on me, and it's going to be a part 2 of season 4 coming back in April. So I waited all this year to get back to this show, and I still got to wait another 6 months before it wraps up. So I'm a little bummed out about that. So
let me ask you this: is this the final season of Manifest?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, I say so because it was like I said. I thought season 4 is going to be the final season. That's what they said. Season 4 is going to be the final season. So I thought when I watched these 10 episodes, I was going to get some resolution. And I ain't get any resolution. So I'm looking at the final episode and I'm like, okay, this is about to wrap up. And then it left with a cliffhanger. So I'm like, what the H is this? And then it put across the screen, coming back April, whatever, 2023. And I'm like, I almost threw,
Wow,
threw
you are
something
fired
out
up
the
about
window.
this.
Yeah, I am fired up. Because, I was just ready for it to wrap up. And, you know how it is when we talk about shows, when you get past season 3, it kind of starts to jump the shark, or it's not as good. So this is season 4. So I'm like, okay, now we're getting to the point where it's kind of getting a little outrageous. So let's just wrap this up. So, well, yeah.
Okay.
It was started off outrageous. The show, if people don't watch it, the basic premise of the show was a group of people got on a flight to go to Jamaica. On their way back from Jamaica, something happened in the air.
There was
some kind of phenomenon, some lightning strike. And when they landed back to wherever they were going to, 5 years had passed, but they didn't age a day. They didn't even age a minute. It was just, the time that went by was, whatever, however you say it.
It's like they went through a time
warp.
warp.
They went to time warp. So it's a whole storyline around that premise. And then they came back with kind of special powers and whatnot. So it's not for everybody. It's for me, but it's not for everybody. But
Special powers. They feel like they have a mission, a calling, and they're running around the country chasing down people and fixing things,
making things right that was wrong, all that kind of stuff. So it's not for everybody, and it wasn't for you. You didn't watch it with me, and that's okay. You tried.
I did.
You tried, but
you know what?
It's not your deal.
One of the things I realized is that I am not a huge sci-fi person. Like, I never got into Lost.
Yeah.
I don't watch The Walking Dead, things like that. But I will watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I think that falls into maybe fantasy. So I'm not a huge sci-fi, but I do watch some maybe sci-fi / fantasy / animation. That's not right. What's Transformers and Marvel stuff? Is that animation, action adventure? I think. Okay.
Sure.
So I like that kind of stuff, but
the Manifest put you in a bad mood.
I was like, what the heck is going on here?
Oh, a lot of it, it made sense to me, but it's hard to explain. Because you was asking me questions, I was like, I know what's going on, but I cannot explain this.
The reality is that it's a cult following for Manifest because it was on
NBC.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Do you want to put your thing on Do Not Disturb? We're going to take a few minutes to let
talks amongst yourselves.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I don't even know what I was just saying.
This thing distracted us.
I don't know what I was saying, but the bottom line is, there are some things that I can enjoy, and this is one of the things that I cannot. And I'm like, you enjoy this all by yourself.
All by myself.
And I will get out of the room.
Yeah, that's okay.
I will
That's
busy
okay.
myself elsewhere.
Yep. Anyway, I took us on our little ride there. So, what's up with you? What's good? What's great?
And what's been
And
going
what's
on?
going on?
So I will say what's good is that we are finally in sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
We have had the fireplace going. I've worn a coat 3 days in a row.
Yeah,
I've worn layers. I'm wearing a turtleneck. I am loving the fall/winter-like weather. That is good vibes to me all the way.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. And what's great is I kicked off Comfy Cozy.
Yeah.
So I invited some girlfriends over to just hang out with me one Saturday afternoon. We all made different soups and we just had a good time. I said, drink something warm, eat something good, and let's just chill and hang out and enjoy sweater weather. And it was so good to just get back into the hosting vibe.
Yeah.
Even before the world shut down a couple years ago, I had kind of pulled away. I moved away from being the organizer, facilitator, bringer togetherer.
Is that a new phrase?
Sure, I'll create it. I'll add it to the Oxford Dictionary or something. And I think part of it was because in a lot of my other dynamics, I feel like I was playing that role. And when it was time for me to want it reciprocated, I didn't get that.
Right.
So it made me resentful, but also tired. You know, it takes a lot out of someone if that's what they like to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, now listen, I'm not going to be the only one working at these relationships. Y'all better invite me over and offer me tea and crumpets or whatever, or showing up at everything and on my court. You know what I mean? So I kind of got burnt out, but also I was going through some things where I was changing a lot of the relationships around me. And so I really just wanted to focus on myself. So in the past year or two, I got back into that bag because I realized that is something that brings me joy. That's my love language, I think. One of them.
Yeah.
I am a bringer together.
Yeah. The excitement that I see on your face and can feel when you're planning stuff like this or when you're bringing people together. Yeah, I can definitely tell this is something you love to do.
I do. I really love to do it.
And you got to keep it going.
Yeah, I do. I really do. And it's so that's something that I think is great because we kicked off a couple Love Affair events this year, but bringing people into my home, if I invite you into my home, that really means that I've invited you into my heart. Everybody has not been invited and everyone is not welcome. There are some people that came and they cannot come back. And yeah. And so to me, that's like the ultimate love language to me when I said, I'm going to bring you into my home and I want you to feel at home here. Yeah. And so I got a couple compliments that I've been living off of all week or so. You know how, what's his name? He's an author, Mark Twain. You know that famous quote by him? He said he could live off a compliment for a year.
Yeah.
And I was never one of those people. I could live off an insult for a year. That thing will fuel the fire under me and it will cause me to do great and amazing things just to prove a person wrong. Yeah. And if I got a compliment from somebody, that compliment would go off, fly, like a duck's.
Water off the duck's back.
Yes, like it would just roll off like water on a duck's tail. And, you know, I didn't really sit and enjoy a compliment, but I've been living off of a compliment for a while. And one of the ladies, she said, a couple of them said this, but one of them said, your home is so cozy. Yeah. And I was like, yes.
That's what you, yeah.
That is the vibe. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I was like, yeah, mission accomplished. But beyond that, even though I was just putting something together, I really just wanted to do something fun and chill. What occurred that day was something that was life-changing, you know, for at least one of the women there. And just something about when women who are aware of their power and their story and their confidence and they're able to share that
Yeah.
you know, and the way the healing and the joy just comes through. That, man, that was so wonderful to just experience. And so as one woman was sharing her story, another woman was being healed by it. And what's great about all of this is it led to like a 5 or almost 6 hour phone conversation the next day, because I was like, I need to tell this woman how I just enjoyed her so much, but moreover, I needed her to understand the power of her testimony or her story, and how it impacted. Yeah. And so she and I ended up talking and chatting and sharing, and it was just so beautiful,
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so that's what's good and what's great, and and what's been going on. So
you got you knocked it all out with one story. So
yeah, it was real good stuff.
Good.
So
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, so it's allowed me to think of more ways to keep these ideas going, and gives me a chance to just get back into that part of my personality that really finds joy in giving. You know, I think I got the right group around me this time.
I think so too. They're all right with me.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
The ones
Love
I
them.
met,
Yeah, lovely, wonderful women.
Yeah.
So, hope you guys enjoyed that little segment. We might do something like this every episode, just to, give you guys a little more insight into what we have going on. Like I said, in between episodes, and also just, what's good, what's great in our lives or in the world or whatnot. So, let's go back to why we're here. We were talking about, or we were going to talk about, leaving the friend zone. Because this is the love affair. And we kicked off the podcast talking about our love affair. And along the way, we decided, hey, let's go back to the beginning so people know a little bit more about our love story. So we're still discussing us. And you know me, I might rant and rave a little bit. I might zig and zag in the story, but just stick with us. We'll eventually reach our destination.
The center here. Center is here. We're going to keep it here. It's a tug of war with center. So
if you were listening to the last 2 podcast episodes, that you already know, center was misbehaving. Center would not stay put.
Was it center misbehaving, or was somebody putting center in the corner, tossing them aside and all that? I don't know if center. I don't think center was at fault here.
Okay, all right.
All right, let's move on. We're gonna keep it at center. Right there. Oh, sorry.
Digress. Hey there, are you enjoying the conversation as much as we are? Then let us know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're here every other Thursday with a brand new episode, and you do not want to miss it. Okay, all right, back to the conversation. Okay, so I can't remember exactly where we stopped talking, but I do remember this, though. I remember that I had shared with you that I started to have feelings for you. I liked you more than a friend. And I start acting a little different and you didn't know.
And I didn't notice.
You didn't notice. But I decided to take a day and share with you what it was that I was feeling. And you were like, dope, that's what's up.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Yeah. So I'm curious to know, what was aside from we both agreeing, okay, yeah, we like each other and we like each other now at the same time. How did you feel? Like, what emotions or thoughts did you have after having that conversation?
Number one, I was happy. I was happy to hear that you felt like I did, like I had been feeling for. At that point, it had to be what? I was about a year. It was only a year and a half being friends.
Okay.
So number one, I was happy, and then I got excited, like, oh, this could be something. And then I had a little angst after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little anxiety because it's almost like now it's showtime. You know what I mean? I got to, now I have to prove that I'm worthy of a relationship, or being your boyfriend or your man or whatever. Now I gotta I've been talking a lot, like I like you, I want to get with you. Now I got to prove it. So it's like that ain't, yeah, that was, those are three emotions.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
What were you anxious about with, or
Just,
what things in particular were you concerned about? Like, okay, now I got to show her this, I got to prove her that. Fill in those blanks for me.
well, probably now it's you getting to the oh, how do I say it?
I think there was probably a fear of not performance anxiety. Yeah, maybe performance anxiety.
That's it. Performing anxiety, because now, like I said before, I got to prove myself, and I'm thinking about like relationships and how the man would take care of his woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got to kind of wine and dine her. You know, you got to buy her gifts. You know, you got to make sure special days like Valentine's Day or birthdays, Christmases, you got to make sure you're on point. And I just know my situation at the time, because my mind always go back to a lot of finances first. So I'm like,
it does.
oh crap! Now I got to start thinking about buying gifts, taking you out. You know what I mean? So the anxiety, it was real. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when I say now, you said it, the performance anxiety kicked in, because I'm like, I got to do this now. Ain't no more talking now. Mm-hmm. It's go time. It's show time.
I like that. It's go time and it's show time. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I like that. I would say I felt those same emotions too. Well, you said happy, excited, anxious.
Anxious.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will say mine were relief, and then happy, and then anxious. And here's why I felt relief.
Okay.
Because for like a month or more, I've had a crush on you, and I'm holding on to these feelings, and it just seems like everything you do is just extra cute, extra special, extra wonderful, and I'm just becoming and I'm becoming more enamored. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know? And that was
okay. I'm sorry.
You're a ham.
I'm being distracted. Go ahead.
You're a ham. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's one thing to just find someone like attractive, and then it's a different thing to have a crush. Do you remember having crushes as kids? Did you ever have a crush on anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like in real life, not TV crushes.
Yeah, I had crushes.
You have real life. Yeah. So for me, I don't think I had a crush since I was maybe in elementary school, maybe middle school. Because then, remember, it switched for me where I wasn't necessarily pursuing guys because I thought they were the bee's knees. I was just kind of like, what do you have going on with you? Let's see. And then I was, it was playtime.
Okay.
No,
I know it's serious.
So it was like, wait,
it just sounds so funny to hear that.
It kind of does, doesn't it? But I'm serious. It's like I didn't know how to behave because I had a crush, and I'm like, whoa, I'm not used to being in this position.
So you felt like you, in a sense, that you were out of control.
Yes.
It was out of your hands now.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said nice.
I'm curious to know.
I don't know
why that brings you joy.
I don't know. Maybe because you're talking about me.
Oh.
I love it when you talk about me, but I don't know. I don't know why I said nice, but yes, it was. You wasn't in control anymore.
I wasn't in control. Come on.
Now, talk about it.
And so I think for me, having those feelings and it just feeling like it keeps bubbling up. Yeah. It's like a pressure cake, and I'm like, oh my God, I love him. And now I want to tell you.
Yeah.
And I knew what that was gonna cost.
I think, because I think you said in the last episode, or maybe somewhere else, but you were nervous.
Heck
because I could have been like, I don't like you anymore, or whatever.
Yes, you could have said, I don't like you that way anymore, or you would have you would have given me the same speech I gave you. No, remember, we are better as friends.
We're
So
good.
you get your little butt in the friend zone
Uh-huh.
and you stay put, you know?
I'm gonna keep you there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
any of that. So I counted up the cost and I told you. And so when I heard that you were like, yeah, I still
Yeah.
like you too. I'm here for that. There was this
Big relief. So you said relief,
big relief.
big
Like,
relief, and then you said
excitement. Did I say excitement or happy?
Uh,
Excitement.
Excitement.
I'm going to say excitement first. And I was like, yes, okay. So this is somebody I like. They like me too. And we're going to do this.
Try it, yeah.
We're going to try it. And then my anxiety set in because I was like, oh my God, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
It went from, we're going to do this to,
Hold on.
hold on.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have to be his girlfriend. And what?
I said wow because I had no. I'm gonna let you finish, but I just had no idea that you had those type of thoughts or feelings that way. Like, hold on, you got anxiety. You know what I mean? Because it just seems so confident. It's not a lack of confidence. I'm not saying it's a lack of confidence. I'm not saying that. But you always seem so sure.
It's true.
Well, darn. Okay.
No, it's
I
true.
know. Yeah,
Because I'm usually trying to control the situation.
Yeah.
And this is a situation where I'm not in control. So I had to be vulnerable. And yeah.
I don't want to cut you off anymore, but
No,
continue.
it's fine. It's fine. I think for me too was, remember, I didn't have any good models
Right.
to follow. And the way that I was behaving, I knew that's not what I want to do here. So I was excited about the opportunity to do it differently and to do it with somebody I really like, not just somebody I'm just enjoying the time with,
Yeah.
just spending time, wasting time with. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be good. So I think mine, probably a little bit of performance anxiety too, because I was like, okay, I'm going to have to be his girlfriend. And if I'm completely honest, I don't really know how to be a good girlfriend. So what is he going to expect? And then what am I comfortable doing? What are my deliverables?
We're probably gonna get into it a little later, but I'm so glad we didn't because I didn't get didn't get together at that time because ain't no way in the world I was ready. I didn't know what the heck I was doing.
Listen,
I really didn't.
at what time are you talking about?
At 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, But the reality is we did try
Yeah.
and we weren't ready
Yeah.
and it did not work.
When I say I'm just glad we didn't force it, but because I probably would have ruined your life.
Dang.
You
think I would have allowed that? No, seriously. That sounds really cocky.
No, I'm not. I don't mean.
But I'm
like
not
that.
being cocky right now. I'm like,
right.
You really think I?
I'm just saying I would have just made some mistakes that would have.
That would have ruined my life.
Maybe that was too strong of a word, but I'm just
Okay.
saying it wouldn't have. Okay, I'm gonna say it this way: ruin. I stick with ruin, but I don't. I think we wouldn't. I think it might be something we maybe not been able to recover from. I'm not talking about cheating or anything like that. I'm not even talking about that. I just don't know if we would have been able to recover even to be friends.
Okay.
Because I just don't. My mindset, my maturity level back then was what it was. 18 years old, and I just don't think. I just think I would have messed it up. That's
You know what?
I'm saying.
Listen, well, that's interesting to hear because I feel like that's for me too.
Yeah.
I was just probably in my own headspace trying to figure out, would I do a good job being your girlfriend?
Yeah.
And hoping that if I'm not a good girlfriend, I hope I don't mess up our chances of being really good friends. But I also feel like I understand what you're saying. For me, this was such a good relationship. It was the best relationship I was in ever, as far as you were the best person I knew at that time. And I feel like,
and still. I don't. I think I need to go to sleep because I've just been
You need a
go
nap.
go. I need a nap. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I will say you are one of the best people I know.
Yeah,
Still.
still.
Come on, you're
Still.
absolutely my favorite.
Uh-huh.
But best, let's have a different conversation.
Well, you want to have it on camera? I don't know.
I
So
can't
I
with
just
you.
this is
I like
you want
rubbing
to
on your
talk? Yeah, I
arm.
know. This is vacation gym. This is vacation
Yes.
gym. Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait till we get to those conversations about vacation
Uh-huh.
time. Okay, but
Yeah.
we're going to get back on track.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are. Center.
Yes, back to center.
And I messed you up because you don't remember what you was gonna say, did you? I messed you up. My apologies. My apologies.
Where was I?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
This is my fault. This is my fault.
Give me a second to go back because I think I was going to say something.
Oh, because you said you understood what I was saying about will mess up our friendship.
Yes, because I wanted to make sure that the whatever relationship we had, whether we called it friendship or a love affair or whatnot, it was something I valued above all my other relationships. So I know that if we got into it and then something went awry, that like if you did something real low down dirty, I probably would have lost all confidence in mankind. You know?
I wouldn't have done anything like that.
Mankind meaning male kind.
Okay, that's you meant that too, because you
Yes. Because I thought at the time, you got to remember my backstory is men can be fun. They're dangerous. They're a little, they were there, but most of the men in my life were troublemakers, So if you had the confidence in the title of, not confidence, if you had the title in my book of being one of the best guys I've ever known, and then you were low down, a low down dirty shame, I would have said, oh, every single last one of them
are trash. Yeah, that's what.
Just as I thought. Trash.
Yeah. But this is where I'm pretty confident I would have messed it up.
Okay.
You gonna hold it? Okay.
Okay, I want to hear more about that.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay. So you were about to tell me how you think you were going to mess it up, but I needed to take a quick second to put my sweater on and make something warmer to drink and actually put my microphone back on. So I am okay. I'm finally settled now.
You need a nap too.
I probably could use a nap, but I needed to get myself a little more comfortable because I want to hear what you have to say about that. You think you would have?
I would have messed it up. Because over the course of our friendship, we had conversations. You told me about yourself that you're in relationships. You could be a lot to handle.
Okay.
So, going in hindsight, looking back on it, you were 100% correct. And being 18 years old, I know I didn't have the maturity, the emotional, mental maturity to be able to give you what you needed. And we talked about in a previous episode about your love language. Your top one is quality time. Mm-hmm. I don't think I wouldn't have been able to how can I say it? I wouldn't be able to. I just wouldn't. I probably have too much pride or something to where you requiring time commitment. I would have probably felt like that you trying to control me, and so I would have pushed back against that, and it would have wouldn't have made it far. And I think since that's such a big, that's your top love language. If I had violated that, I guess you could say, I don't think it would have been. I don't think we'd come back from that. Yeah. Maybe as friends, maybe, but I don't know. I just don't. So I would have screwed that up. So I'm glad we didn't get together at that time.
Yeah, I will say this. I think going back and talking about our story, I'm both shocked and amazed at times how self-aware I was at that
Yeah.
age, and some of the things that I actually said to you, I'm like, what? I said
Hmm.
that then, um, but then I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me.
Oh, it was you.
It sounds like me, but I wasn't like a hard ass. You know what I mean? I wasn't just like, I'm a lot to handle and I have a lot of requirements
Yeah,
and
it
I got
definitely wasn't
high
like that.
standards.
Yeah.
I think I was able to communicate that in a way that was less direct, less pointed,
Hmm.
but I think I got that point across very clearly that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I remember how you said it. It was almost like a quote unquote. It was caution,
Okay.
but I think you was saying it that way to protect me in a sense because you're like, hey, this is how I am. I don't wanna hurt you. I don't want you to hurt me. I know you was I'm sure you was thinking that, but it was kind of like I'm a lot and just be prepared in a sense. And it wasn't the
Oh, that is,
warning,
yeah.
warning, warning. It wasn't like that. It was just
Yeah.
was. It was done in the right way. So
Okay. I like that as more of a heads up
yeah,
and a little bit of a warning
do you
or
think?
caution.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just yield.
yeah. Do you think if I would have did that with my love for sports, you think that would have helped out? I'm
What do you
saying like
mean?
I'm saying if I had told you like sports is really really important. I like to watch it and all that stuff. Do you think that would have kind of eased your hatred for some of this? You get what I'm saying? Like if I had to warned you and gave you a heads up, say, hey, expect this on the weekends. It could be that way.
Okay. Okay. Two things. Yes to your answer,
Uh-huh.
to your question. Yes to your answer. But I also want to say, I don't have a hatred for sports or how you spend your time enjoying sports. What I usually chime in on is when there is, you need to stop with all this drama. Um, what I usually chime in on is when there is an imbalance. Okay. I'm all for having separate interest, having downtime and all that kind of stuff. But if I feel like we've gone a few weeks or months and you haven't shown up to woo me, I touched my mic. Sorry if I mess it up. But if you haven't shown up in a couple weeks or so to woo me, and then you approach me with X game is on this day at that
That's right.
time, and you're basically putting it out there. Don't make any plans. Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing.
Don't expect
Don't
nothing.
expect
I done
because
told
I will
you.
be watching this game.
Uh-huh.
Then
Yeah.
there's a part of me that's going to say, "Well, hold on."
Yeah. I don't even know why I asked the question because you about to go on. I got you fired
I'm
up.
not going to get fired up. I'm saying that that's not where the hatred comes in. There is disinterest, but not hatred.
Fine.
It
I
turns
remember it
into
differently.
hatred when it becomes out of balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this much: it's never, in the course of our relationship, ever been an imbalance.
What are you even talking about? Listen,
Never.
listen.
I refuse. You're not gonna put that out in the universe. That's on camera for in perpetuity. I'm joking.
Okay, I know you are, but I don't want to get off track because we were talking
Center.
about. Thank you, Center. Center is acting right today.
Yes. Yes.
The I would think I was saying just having that kind of awareness
Yeah.
at 18 and managing both of our expectations in a sense. I think that was really good. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of our
Yeah.
younger selves for uh, c- communicating and explaining that.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Here's the thing, though. Again, we're still very young, and we're moving from the friend zone into the love zone. And that transition was really, really hard. It was harder than I expected it to be, and it caught me by surprise how hard of a time it was for me, because as much as we're those people that will, teach or encourage people to be friends first,
Yeah.
go into it with no expectations of, love or commitment. Just get to know the person. The other side of that coin is there isn't a clear path out of the friend zone into the love zone. And I remember watching movies. So you remember Boomerang?
Yeah.
When Eddie Murphy's character kissed Halle Berry's character, and how in a lot of movies it kind of has that type of instantaneous transition from we were just coworkers and the papers fell on the floor and we're down there scurrying to pick them up, and we look up and it's like,
yeah,
ding, 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 ding. And then everybody's kissing, and then it's like, oh my gosh, what did we just do? Okay, we're in a love affair now. So for us, that wasn't what happened, number one. But we decided, okay, we're going to transition this thing, and it was rough waters. So for me, it went from, like I said, relief, excitement to anxiety. And I think, again, like I said, my anxiety was, okay, now similar to yours, yeah, you're going to have to perform as my boyfriend. But I was like, I'm going to have to perform as his girlfriend. And maybe now, sitting here thinking about it, maybe some of that anxiety was the pressure that you have been kind of waiting for me.
Yeah.
And you said something about your performance anxiety was, you got to prove that you're worth it. Maybe now in hindsight, I'm looking at that like, maybe some of my anxiety was around, am I worth the wait? Will you be impressed, or will I even listen? I don't know. I know at the time I wasn't thinking it then, maybe, like I am now.
Yeah.
But a lot of it for me was more internal, like, how am I going to be a girlfriend?
Yeah.
What am I even supposed to do?
Yeah. I mean, I had that too. I mean,
what am I supposed to do? Because I wasn't in those relationships where I really had to perform as a girlfriend. And the examples that I had, I was like, these girls
for dummies.
I won't use that word right now.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
But then I didn't know what I was supposed to do either.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for today, but we're definitely continuing the conversation in the next episode. You don't want to miss it. Before you go, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, rate, follow, do all of those things that will let us know you enjoyed the conversation and that you support us. That would really encourage us to keep going. So until next time, thank you so much for listening, and take care.